The University of Alberta is one of the top 5 universities in research and training in Canada. It is home to almost 40,000 students in a wide variety of programs. With its main North Campus location in Edmonton, Alberta, the university is dedicated to a promise made by founding president Henry Marshall Tory. This promise is that knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal. Our campus is a place of community, social interaction, and growth. It is united by its mission to uplift the whole people, to leave no Edmontonian behind, and give opportunities for growth to Edmontonians. But is our city truly inclusive for all? Facility accessibility is a huge concern for individuals with mobility impairments. Quite often, our built environments are not accessible for all students, faculty, staff, and visitors of our campuses. Facilities may be broken or in disrepair, or facilities may not be built for universal access in the first place. These factors decrease the ease with which individuals with mobility impairments navigate our campuses. If people with mobility impairments are excluded due to physical, social, and psychological barriers, we are leaving people behind, giving them a sense of isolation, alienation, and abandonment. Letting people slip through the cracks of our educational institutions threatens the integrity of an inclusive community at large. Additionally, it fails to honor our promise to uplift the whole people. Currently, only 0.01% of students at the University of Alberta has a mobility impairment, while 9.7% of the broader Albertan community reports a disability related to mobility. Traditionally, the lack of representation on campus may have been due to a push towards online degrees for individuals with mobility impairments. However, this pressure prevents these individuals from partaking in the full university experience. This begs the question as to whether or not they are adequately prepared to participate in society, and whether or not they are given equal opportunity to learn and grow. This is why we created Click&Push Accessibility, Inc. We hope to make Albertan campuses leaders in accessibility across Canada. This startup seeks to fill a community need, accessibility for all, by the community and for the community. One such community member is Nicole. She is a Bachelor of Science student at the University of Alberta, a member of Click&Push Accessibility's Accessibility Advisory Council, and a manual wheelchair user.
Getting around on a campus that is considered accessible isn't as easy as you'd think, and sometimes it's actually quite a nightmare. I've experienced difficulties accessing buildings on campus for the past 2 years. One day, I was trying to get into a basement lecture theater, only to find out that the elevator wasn't working. The closest doors of the connecting building had no ramps, and it took me nearly half an hour to find an accessible entrance that was properly shoveled and had a power-assisted door. Click&Push has the potential to make these situations more manageable by giving information about accessible routes and terrain conditions, which will make getting around campus less of a headache.
Our team has prepared the framework to develop Click&Push the app. The app uses feedback from Redliner, an activity monitor for your wheelchair, that can relay push data to your mobile device using Bluetooth technology. With Redliner, we can collect distance, speed, and acceleration data over time about the motion of a wheelchair. From there, we can say how difficult it is to push across different surfaces and navigate an environment using a wheelchair. This data is overlaid onto an accessibility map called the Atlas, which tells the user which paths are the most difficult to navigate. By creating accessibility maps for universities and campuses, we enhance the experience of traveling from classroom to classroom for all students by tailoring the app to their mobility needs. Guided by users of our app and feedback from our Accessibility Advisory Council, we plan to grow and expand to other spaces in order to build an inclusive Edmonton for everyone. In everything we do, we believe in enhancing the experience. We believe in empowerment so that no one is left behind. The way we enhance the experience is by putting accessibility information at your fingertips. In this way, we create a brighter, more inclusive tomorrow.